Happy Friday, guys. Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Probably won't see you again until Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Sorry I was late. I was finishing up a last minute little deal. It's been very busy around here. Let's see who's here. Auto enthusiast, hey, what's up? Husey. Glad you can make it, Husey. Fox and Wolves. Mr. Gabbert, what's happening, Jack? Mr. Tucci. Awesome, man. Hey, Daryl, what's happening, guys? Yeah, I see that rocking. You know it. You know it. You like that music, don't you? I know how you feel about it. So yeah. So again, sorry I was late. I was trying to finish up the little something here that I'm tinkering with. Chris P, what's happening, man? How's it going? Oh, John Albright, boy, all the heavy hitters are here. What did I do to deserve this? I have got all of the celebrities of slot cars here tonight. B-Rads, what's happening? I'm sorry, Brad. I call you B-Rads because that's what your other YouTube thinks. I'm sure you probably just go by Brad. KR, what's happening, man? Snowy. I wish it was snowy. No, actually, I don't. It is far from snowy. It was 80 degrees here today. Yeah, it was hotter than a two-peckered billy goat. And that's hot. So I'm watching you guys. I'm just trying to put this thing together because I got some stuff to talk about tonight. Tonight. Damn, tonight. Rod, what's happening, man? Ironhead Bro, what's up, man? A smooth criminal. I wish I was smooth. I won't say I'm not a criminal, but I will say I'm not smooth. So, yeah. Uncle? Is that Christopher? Christopher, is that you? You'd be the only person calling me uncle, man. Is that really you? Yes, Greg, I'm glad you caught me too. Welcome aboard, brother. I hope that's you, Christopher. Like I said, I don't know who else would be calling me uncle. So what are you guys all up to, man? What's happening out there in the rest of the world? It's been busy around here. Very, very busy. We've had some deaths in the family. We've had some illnesses in the family. We've got people, my daughter's home from college. So it is you then, Christopher. That's cool, man. I'm glad you popped in. That's way cool, man. So yeah. Hey Christopher, how's Lindsay doing? I hope she's okay, man. If she can hear me right now, tell her I love her. What am I working on, Daryl? I'll show you here in just a minute. I got 2 more screws to put in. It's something you've all seen before. I actually took it all apart because, as we all know, parts are expensive for these beasts, and I make a lot of cars, so buying parts for every single car sometimes gets a little too costly. So I just rob parts out of other cars that aren't being used and put them together. But I wanted to talk about this here tonight because this is becoming a big thing, a lot of discussion. So I will show you. Oh, I knew that was going to happen, sucker. Okay, there's that. There's the shim. Where'd the screw go? Right there. Awesome. Walls going up in the men's club. Yeah, me too, KR. My car's going in the mail tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to do it today. I was babysitting my daughter's dogs while they went to visit my mom today. So I did not get to go to the post office. Yeah, I would agree with that, Jack. It is way easier raising boys. I have one of each, so I can attest to that. Although my daughter wasn't really that big of a problem. What's happening, Jeff? You're always retuning something, Mr. Albright. There's no question about that. So this one I was putting this 61 Chevy back together. Robert, hey, glad you could pop in, man. Sockcar Bro, what's up? Yeah, like I said, man, we got all the heavy hitters here today. So yeah, man. I got two things I want to talk about tonight. We'll talk about the truck stuff first here, and then we'll talk about this other thing after. So put my tools away, get them out of my way here. Shoot. Sorry, guys. I was almost unprepared here tonight. Like I said, it's been a long day. I didn't even get to shave. Hey, Shady Dave, what's up? No, you're not late, man. No such thing as late. We haven't even started, dude. We just been doing exchanging pleasantries, so you're not late at all, man. So yeah. So all right. So here's what I wanted to talk to you guys about here. I'll just bring you down. I got them all here. I got them all out. So I'll just bring you down here so you can stop looking at my ugly dome. And we're going to talk about these trucks. Not that we need to talk about the trucks because we've talked plenty about them. But, we've had, by the way, can you guys hear me good? I got the microphone far away. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. We have gotten a zillion inquiries as to whether or not we're doing the race with these. The answer is a resounding yes. Hey, what's up, Sockcar Heaven? Yeah, totally yes. These trucks we are going to race them. And the race is going to, Harry, George, and myself have gotten the rules together. And Harry and George have been getting them compiled into a post to go on Home Racing World. We're going to do things a little different. Thanks, Jack. It's overwhelming to have just willy-nilly everybody dive in, and I want to play. So we're going to limit this race because the trucks are going to go to 5 different venues. Hey, Ernest, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in. Say hi to Colt. Tell Lindsay I love her. She knows. I gotta have my coconut cream pie, man. Thanks, Greg. So again, we're gonna limit the amount of entries. We're gonna limit it to 20. And like I said, the reason why is because it gets very overwhelming, especially for, George and myself, and Tad is going to be one of the stops on the proxy. We're calling this a true proxy this time, by the way. It gets overwhelming, more than 25, because each one of us will all have a truck in there too. So there's going to be 25 trucks all together. So it will start to become unwieldy, unmanageable. It's hard. It takes too long. People get bored. It costs a shitload of money. So you know what, Daryl? They will need to have a number, but you know what? Put a sticker on it, man. That's all I got to do. We'll fake it. We'll worry about all that stuff. Don't worry, Daryl. Your truck will be in it. Don't you worry. So there's going to be a sign up post on Home Racing World not on Facebook, on Home Racing World, the message board. We're trying to get people back to go into that message board because of the sheer amount of information that's there, and we want to keep it moving. We want to keep it going. So the way we've always done this in the past was we had a sign up post where anybody who wanted to join, you had to get on board and tell us you're here. And then once we hit the 20, we'll stop. We won't let anybody else in. We'll probably accept a few alternates in case somebody in there backs out. But that's how we're going to do it this time. The trucks will. Um, I think the trucks are going to start at George's. They're all going to go to George's house first, and George is going to run them on his big old. And it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time trial, timed event, because George is running solo. So they will be a timed event, and everything is going to be kept track of. We'll probably use some kind of a spreadsheet or something, but everybody's numbers will be plugged in, and it will all be kept track of from track to track to track, because it's going to be a total time. I believe Marty is going to do a round robin event because he's doing it on his big track. So he's going to have three of the guys. He had indicated possibly Steve Holzman might be interested. So we're going to have some big names racing our trucks, and they're going to do it in the round robin style. But the rest of us are all going to be doing it solo. So it'll go to George's first. Then I believe it's going to go to Tad second. It's going to go to, no, Marty second. I think it's going to go George, Marty, Tad, Harry, and then out here to the West Coast to me. And I will be the final leg of the tour, and then I will ship everybody's trucks back home. There's going to be an entry fee this time. We have to. Otherwise, we'll all go broke shipping these trucks. So I think we settled on $20, maybe 20. I think it was $20 to enter the race. It'll be well worth your $20 because there'll be a shitload of door prizes. So, granted, there might be some stuff from Stock Car Corner. There might be some stuff from all of us in our 3D printing. You might get something cool, but there'll be door prizes. It'll be worth your $20 entry fee. So, don't sweat that. But so that's where we're at right now. And all the trucks that we have are going to be legal, everyone, and you can run it however you want. All of our trucks are available in Sidewinder and inline. So you can choose whichever one you want, and you can choose your gearing, whatever gearing you want. Spec motor, it's going to be the Jolly Rancher 25K for the S-Can, and you can actually use the long can if you use the inline truck, and the 22.5 long can motor will be legal. So those will be your motor choices. And then gears are open. Wheels are going to be the CB Designs 15x8s with the Paul Gauge 21-10-5 tires. That's the spec wheel and tire. So it should be fun. I'm really looking forward to this. It's something everybody's been asking about. No, Greg, this is not a scratch build chassis event. This is a 3D printed where you have to use a kit. So those of you, I was thinking about this. I haven't talked to Harry and George about it yet, but I will, and I'm sure they'll be okay with it. Those of you who have bought a body only to do a scratch build with, and if you don't have the chassis kit to go with it, I will supply you with the chassis. I'll print whichever one you want, Sidewinder, inline, long can, short can, and we'll send those to you so that you can use the body you already have. You don't have to buy another one. So we'll get it figured out. But like I said, first things first, got to get signed up at Home Racing World. And I'm not sure if they have that up yet. I'll have to check. But if not, keep an eye out. So in that vein, you will have to be a member of Home Racing World. And if you're not already, shame on you. And second of all, it's very easy. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just sign up. And then you're a member, and then you can join the race. So pretty simple. Very easy. So if there's any questions, I'm sure that we're going to do, I'm going to talk to George. George is at work, and so won't be able to converse much with him until he gets off of work on Saturday. So we're going to probably do a live stream, the three of us, to discuss just this race, to clarify anything, answer any questions, tell you all the rules firmly, and all that. Yeah, Jeff, if you're going to do it, we do. There it is. So yeah, we can get you a chassis for the 61. Yeah, Brad, don't worry about it. Like I said, I think there'll be plenty of space for everybody. I really do. I know these are popular. I know there's a lot of people that bought them out there. Hey, what's happening, Dick? God, thanks for popping in, man. I know that I don't know that there'll even be 20 people that sign up for this. So we'll see. But and maybe we'll make a concession. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what we've firmed up already. So that's kind of where it's at right now. But either way, this is going to be a fun event. Um, the whole there's a video game out there, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but you can Google it. There's actually some really neat screenshot videos on YouTube for the gentleman that invented the video game that uses these trucks. This is where we got the idea for these trucks. Is from that video game, vintage NASCAR NAS trucks, and a lot of these paint schemes and stuff. I swiped them straight from that video game because they look fantastic. The guy who did the graphics for this video game, it's absolutely mind blowing. So you guys might want to check it out, and then you'll get an idea. I mean, you can see mine. You know what they're supposed to look like, right? You know what a race truck look, or a race car looks like. It's got to have a livery. So thanks, Dick. Thanks, Rod. This is all the trucks, Jack. This is all of them. These are the only three I have now. I sent the excuse me. I sent the square body Chevy to Eric. What's happening? Here we go. You ready, Eric? Good evening, wild man. So there you go. Um, I sent my square body to Harry. I gave it to him as a gift, the Smoky Unique truck. So I do actually need to build another square body, but for the race I don't need it because I already know this is the one I'll be entering in the race. This truck hauls ass. It's going to be the truck to beat. I can guarantee it. This thing handles like a dream. It freaking hauls the mail. Yeah. So this is the truck I'll be entering, and it's one entry per person. So, but yeah, this is gonna be my truck. I'm sure by the time I get there, I will have to put new tires. I'm just noticing I run the shit out of this thing. It's getting the tires getting worn pretty good. So yeah. So there you go. That's what I wanted to talk about the race, about the trucks. I wanted to throw it out there so everybody can start paying attention. Um, like I said, if you haven't already signed up and not a member of Home Racing World, the website, go do it like right away. Get yourself in there, and so that you can make a post on there and join the race. Because we're not doing this through Facebook. And even if you go on Facebook and say I want to be in the race, it doesn't count. You gotta sign up through Home Racing World. So, and don't get me wrong, it'll be posted on Facebook and everything too. But it's just not going to be. That's not the official place for all things, classic trucks. Yeah, right, Rod. You know what, Rod? You know me, man. I Mopar, no car, and I may still. I don't know. I might just print myself a Sidewinder. I might have to do some testing. We'll see. But as it stands right now, I'll be entering the Ford. The F100 will be my entry. So there you have it. There's that. So let me, like I said, guys, it's just we want to keep promoting Home Racing World. It's still getting traffic. Don't get me wrong, but we want people to realize that that's the place to go for anything slot car. I mean, if you have a question about anything, you can find the answer to it there. We're talking 20 plus years of compiling information, and Harry has a freaking video or an article on every single thing that's ever come out in the last 20 plus years. So we're trying to push that out there again so people understand. Maybe you don't have to really hang around on the board if you don't want to, although it's just as fun as Facebook. But we want you to go there. We want to be able to track it easier. It's too hard to track shit on Facebook. You post something and 20 minutes later it's off the page and long gone, and nobody cares about it anymore. And we don't want that to happen with this. Right, Greg? Yeah. Hey, you like that, Dick? This new camera, man. Oh, as a matter of fact, hang loose. I got to fix my lighting over here. See if make this a little better. I notice I'm kind of in the dark over there. Let's see if that's better. Yes, that's better. I don't look so dark now. Slot Car Heaven, yes, there is. 3a3dslotcars.com. That's where you can buy it. And currently, the only thing on our website is the kits, and all of the running gear and whatnot is on Slot Car Corner. That's where we get all of everything we use is from Slot Car Corner. I agree with you 100%, Greg. Facebook does indeed suck. Social media in general sucks. That's why you don't see me posting there much. I do have a Facebook group, and I have almost 4,000 members now. I'm really surprised I have that many people join that thing. It's crazy. And I do post my stuff there. In fact, that's why I started it, just to highlight my own stuff. And it's kind of grown. So I do monitor it, and I get 20, 25 different requests to join every single day. It's nuts. But yeah, but I agree, man. Facebook, on my personal Facebook page, I hardly post anything. It's nobody's business what I do in my life, and I don't discuss politics or religion out in public. So, screw that. So, yeah. Yep, that's right, Brad. I think you can still get our trucks on the Stock Car Corner website, but eventually it's all going to completely switch to ours. I think we're just waiting for Steve to deplete stock, and then it will all come to ours. It's still associated with Stock Car Corner, but it was just easier to set up our own website so that we could track it. George does all this. He does shipping, receiving, and all that. That's George. So, but it makes it easier for him. He has the full shipping station now. Everything. I mean, he just zip, zip, ding, ding, boom, and out the door it goes. So, yeah, it's just easier. I honestly, I wish we could give this stuff away, and I would. If I were financially independent, I would give all this stuff away, but we can't. So that's the only reason we charge, because we have to cover the costs, and none of us are rich. So, but if that day ever does come, let's just say if I win the lottery, I'm not going to tell anybody, but there will be signs. There will be free slot car stuff everywhere. So yeah, so that's the thing with the truck race. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to get with Harry and George. I don't know if we'll do it this week because Christmas coming and everything like that. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but maybe right after the holiday, we'll do a group live stream, and we will talk about all this stuff so that you guys know what's happening. Oh, you like that, Dick? Right there? Okay. Since you asked, Dick, I'm going to do something, okay? I already ordered the parts today. Um, where did it go? I had it over here. There it is, right there. So I have one more of those voltage readouts, and so I just went on Amazon today and I ordered another 5-pack. So I will have 6 of these. One of these is earmarked for a special person that I have to send it to. The other 5 I'm going to print and make them. They'll be ready to go, wired. They'll have wires on them. They'll be ready to go. All you got to do is connect it to your power supply, and I'm going to sell them. And I think, maybe 25 bucks. I don't know if that's a reasonable amount for you guys, but it does take a lot of time to print them, especially since it's multiple colors. I have to stop the printer and reload, and it takes some time. And then of course I have to build them, assemble them. So I'm thinking I'm going to make 5 of them and make them available to people if they want them for 25 bucks, just to cover the cost of the materials and a little bit for my time. Greg, yeah, I hear you, brother. That sucks. So again, once I get the billboards made, I'll probably do it this week because, like I said, my daughter's home from college, so we're visiting and fooling around, and we've had some issues. I told you guys about my dad and stuff being sick, so we've been going to visit them and things like that. So we've got things going on, but I want to get those made, and I will once I have all of them made, then I'll make a post or something, and I'll tell everybody. Or I don't like putting things for sale like on Facebook or anything like that, especially on the our Facebook pages. I don't do that, so might just do a live stream, show them, let you guys sign up for them. And I knew you wanted one, Dick. I knew that right away. So yeah, we'll make sure that one heads out to Australia. I am putting a box together for Australia, guys. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming, but it's just not going to be till after the first of the year. I know Hub wants a shitload of slot car Jesus statues and stuff like that. So I will be just going to wait. I just got to wait till after the first of the year. It's just too hectic right now. Didn't you didn't see that, Eric? You didn't see my track voltage? Whoa, what the hell? How did that happen? I think it's because I did that stupid. Is that how you make that go back? How do you make that go back? Why did it do that? I don't want it to zoom. There. That's better. The 3D scanner adventure. It's going too, Jack. I was real gung ho with it when I first got it, and I still am gung ho about it. Don't get me wrong, but I've been doing other things. But I did get my midget. Did I show you guys the midget? I don't know if I showed you guys that or not. Okay, Christopher, we'll see you over at Uncle Tom's. All right, man. Love you guys. Tell Lindsay I love her. Tell the girls I love them. So yeah, I'm still using the scanner, Jack. Fox and Wolves. I am going to again after the first of the year. I just have to. I'm going to print a bunch of stuff. I am going to print some things and make them available because I do. I get. You're going to think I'm full of shit, but I do. I get inundated with requests for certain things. Slot Car Jesus is one of them, and so I am going to make a bunch of Slot Car Jesus. I'm going to paint them. I'm not just going to sell them as a raw uh, print. I want to paint them. So um, it's going to take me a little while. But after the first of the year, I'm going to make a lot of this stuff available. I have a lot of things that I do. I've got a shitload of billboards. Need to make those available. I know the guys all over there in Aussie. They all want. I got my one from. That's my Pat billboard. There is my little tribute to Pat. So I'm going to get some of those made up with the three-legged chickens. So we'll get them out there. So I'll make sure you get one, Fox and Wolves. I promise. I will. But anyways, I got another something I want to talk to you guys about. So I don't know if you guys saw that when George went to the NSR championship with Marty and the guys, that he hooked up with a whole bunch of people while he was there. One of which was Joey Raris, uh, Carrera. You guys know him, YouTube. At least I hope you follow Joe. He's a great guy. Um, Joe, George gave him a fully completed, ready to run one of our late model cars. And Joe took it and he's been playing with it and he just loves the thing. So Joe called me day before yesterday, I think it was. Um, I'm sure you do, Chris. We'll make sure you get one. Um, so Joe called me and he had a few ideas, all of which are great ones. And I had already talked to George. One of his ideas, I had already talked to George and Harry about. We thought it was a good idea. We weren't really sure if anybody would be interested in it or not. But thanks, Brad. Well, like I said, we'll make all that stuff available. I'm going to print out a shitload of it, and whoever wants it, it's there. So anyways, Joe requested this. He asked if it was possible for me to make, and I said, I think so. Let's give it a try. So I did, and I'll show it to you here. I'll bring you back down, get you off my ugly mug again. Why didn't it go there? Oh no, what happened? Well, hell, it's bells. Why didn't it do it? Because I moved it? Is that why? Son of a gun. No, there. That's why. Let me see if I can bring you in a little tighter here. Make it a little bit easier to see. Joe asked if we could make the chassis digital. His group there, they mostly run digital. So he wanted to know if we could make the cars, if we could convert them. And I thought, well, let me give this a try. So I don't run digital. I it just so happened that I had bought a Carrera car quite a while back, and it was digital because it was the only way it came. So of course, the first thing I did was rip the digital chip out of it and turn it back to analog. But I had the chip, so I had to root for it. But I found it, and I just took a bunch of measurements, and I did indeed convert one of my chassis to digital, and I think it's going to work. The I mean, it all there's your eye. There's the switch is still there. Yeah, it fits in there nice and snug. It's not. It screws in. It's not a. It's not a. You don't have to use freaking blue tack or some kind of shit glue to hold it in. One screw holds it in just like stock. And did you turn one of yours into one, John? That's cool. So I am George and I. We're gonna make. Right now, we're starting with the late models because I'll show you what I've got going on here. So because the late model is a much bigger car, has a lot more space in the nose here. The digital chip doesn't interfere with anything. So like you can when you can put your pod in there, and the ears of the pod, there's nothing restricting it or anything like that. This is the chassis for. What is this one for? Oh, this is for that Camaro. This one is the ears interfere because this thing has a much smaller nose section on it, and then this one is for one of the trucks. This is for the Ford, or no, maybe this is for the Chevy. Hell, I don't remember. But it will work. The thing you have to do is you have to shave the ears down on the pod. So again, I'm gonna have to play with it. I might. What I'm thinking of doing is creating a whole new chassis that's digital only, decreasing the size of this hole so that I can make the pod about a half inch or so shorter, and then nothing will interfere with anything, and then I can pretty much make any car I want digital. And I'm doing it right. I'm even. You can see it. I put one of the inserts in, so an M2 screw is all you need to put the digital chip in. Yeah, Brad, right. There's always a rabbit hole, right? Oh, hey, Fast Sports, what's happening, man? I didn't see you pop in there. Thanks for coming in. So again, it looks like you guys might be interested in this digital stuff. Personally, I have no interest in it. I don't have digital track, and I have no intention of ever getting one. So, um, I what I've done is I Marty has this. Well, Marty has this one. I sent Marty the file for this digital chassis for the late model. He's printed one, and he said either today or tomorrow he's going to get a car assembled, and he's going to do some testing on the big track to see how well it works. So I'm just waiting for Marty to give me his feedback, and then we'll go from there. But I think it would be a good idea if we make this available to you guys who look for it. So you're thinking the cars need magnets, John. See, again, I don't know shit about digital. So good night, Ernest. Tell Colt good night too, man. Hope you guys have a great evening. Hope you're feeling good, man. So that is that. So then that's something to think about, then, John. Putting a magnet in it. Okay. I'm like say I'm glad you said. I'm gonna. It's gonna have to be a small magnet, like slot it sized or whatever. Carrera magnets. No way is that gonna work. What I would really, what I could do, I could just make the car no pod. But to me, the pod is what gives you the tunability for the racing. So, but are you telling me that a non-magnet car, or a magnet car doesn't really need a pod, John? Because if that's the case, I could do something completely different. Yeah, Brad, that BRM shit is a really deep rabbit hole. It's a really expensive rabbit hole too. Okay, so the consensus is a magnet. What kind of magnet did you put in it, John? I mean, the Carrera magnets are big, so that's going to take up a lot of room. I just don't know where the hell I'd put it. And for you magnet guys, you're going to want the magnet in front of the motor, right? That's the ideal place for a magnet. We don't want it way the hell out here, right? I mean, because if it went in the back, I could just increase the size of the chassis and put a magnet, but that don't sound like that's going to work. Okay, Slot Car Bro. So sounds like magnets. Hey, PNW, what's happening, man? I didn't see you pop in there, man. So magnets now. We want to have magnets. Okay, I can probably manage that. It's just going to require a complete redesign. I wanted to see if this was even feasible to put the chip in there. So it is. But now if I need to, I'll just redesign the whole thing and start from scratch and have a dedicated magnet digital car. Absolutely, Fast Sports, we're interested. I'll have to check it out. Behind the motor, Chris? Like way the hell out here? Or in front of the motor? Well, yeah, Brad, I don't use magnets in anything, but again, I've never even ran a digital car, so I don't know. Right under the rear axle. Well, that won't work, Chris, because there's a gear right there. Yeah, John, that's what I think too. The magnets in front. I mean, that seems like the logical place for it here. Still gives you some tail happiness if you want it. I agree, Dick. I totally agree. I agree. That's why I have a pile of fucking magnets over there because it's the first thing I do as soon as I take the car out of the box. Magnets out. But again, I don't run digital, so okay. So Fox and Wolves is saying magnets as well for digital. Okay, that's right, Daryl. That's right. It's kind of like magnets are for the fridge and silicone is for titties. That's just the way it is. So, but yeah, like I said, I got it. I've got it to where it works. But as you can see, like on this chassis right here, the chip is right here, and there's no room. There's no room for any magnet unless I put the magnet in the pod, or unless, like I was just saying, I mean, I could shorten this pod that whole amount right there. I don't think it's needed for digital recognition, Jack. I think it's just for traction. Okay, let me check that out, Chris. Chris is sending me pictures. Are they naked lady pictures? Okay, yeah. So that's that's an older Carrera car. I've seen them that way, Chris. I know what you're talking about there. But like I said, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to play with it, and it's gonna be a complete redesign. Okay, so that's what you're saying, Husey. So the magnets typically on a Carrera is back here. So I just have to I'll just have to like I said, fool with it. Bottom of an NSR. What's on the bottom of an NSR, John? What am I looking at? You put the magnet here, but see, there's an angle or a sidewinder too. So okay, so that's a new car, Chris. Well, like I say, I'll mess with it. It's purely experimental at this stage. So If you're gonna do one, I don't have an angle winder pod sitting here. But I mean, if you're gonna do one, as it stands now, you could just oh, that's why, because there's a screw in there. You could put the magnet in the front of the pod. I can remove the letters. Yeah, I agree, Husey. It does seem awkward. It seems kind of like back there is like would not be. That's not where I would think to put it, especially since okay, like again on a pod car, it would be impossible. There is absolutely nowhere to put a magnet there. Nowhere. It couldn't be a very big magnet either. Oh, that's cool, Brad. Painted track. Yeah, that will be cool. You're gonna love the traction advantage you get from that. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to cover over the bases for everybody. I'm trying to make it this. There's so many guys that would like to build their own cars or do their own stuff, but the non-digital things holding them back or keeping them from doing it. So yeah, I saw both, Chris. Thank you. I agree, Fast Sports. I didn't mean to sound like I was being a snooty or anything like that. I totally agree. If you like magnets, by all means, you use your magnets. Okay, right, Daryl. Because a slotted magnet. That's why I said earlier a slotted magnet would be the way to go because they're so small. Slotted magnets are tiny, and that would be easy to incorporate. I don't know. We'll just have to test. Well, I'll make sure that you get some to play with too, Husey. I know that maybe if I do it, because I'm going to do it for all those Trans Am cars too. So I will get one printed for let's say the Camaro and the Challenger. That's what you have, and I'll send them to you, and you can monkey with them. Cool. Well, something to think about, something to work on, something to try. I just like the challenge. It's very challenging thinking up this stuff. So I was glad that Joe mentioned it. I'm glad that he asked about it. So I'll just keep digging. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. Hard to say, but that's what we got. There you go, Dick. There's that camera transition for you again. Hey, how's it going, Joe? Glad you could pop in. We were just discussing digital. I'm making some of my cars digital. Yeah, that's true. Fast Sports, that is true. If you know how to use Blender and stuff, you certainly can. I'm just like downtown there, huh, Dick? Professional with all my camera stuff. Wish I could take credit. So, anyways, boys, that's really all I got tonight. If unless you got something else you want me to talk about, something else you want to ask questions about, hit me up. Figure go for another few minutes here. Like I said, my daughter's home, so I would like to spend some time with her. But yeah, so you guys got anything else you want to see, talk about here? Oh hell no, Dick. No way. I am not. No way. Never. That's it. That's it, Husey. Sign up. Are you signing up? You're the first one? Yeah, same to you, Dick. I'm sure we'll talk before Christmas, but yes, sir. Merry Christmas to you and your family, man. And I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get those things made up this week. I'm gonna do that. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have them before Christmas. Maybe if I work, if I bust my ass. Um, but I'm gonna. There's gonna be 5 of those, and we will make sure that they get out there, and everybody who wants one gets one. And if more people than 5 want them, then we'll make some more. Twist your arm, right, Shane? Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. Oh, thanks, auto enthusiast. We can do that. Yeah. You know what? We'll do that next. Well, we won't do it next. I don't know what day does Christmas fall on this year. Hell, I'm not even sure. I don't think that we'll have another live stream before Christmas, but the live stream after Christmas, we'll do that. I can get out some of my stuff and show it to you guys. Absolutely, that'd be a great way to spend an hour. A single front pod. Oh, one screw. Yeah. Hey, no, man. No worries, man. I appreciate all you guys coming. So yeah, we'll wrap it up. I'll sign up. You sign up for be a beta tester, Eric. You wanna sign up to be a beta tester for some digital chassis stuff? That's what he's saying. So yeah, I know, Jeff. I'm mailing mine tomorrow, so I'm hoping that son of a bitch gets there in time. Thanks, auto enthusiast. Appreciate that. Showtime at shotguns. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Eric. We're just getting ready to wrap it up right now, anyways. Okay, Mr. Tucci. Hey, John, I'll send it with your fucking Ravel sign. I suck, man. I'm sorry, dude. I suck. It is sitting on the kitchen table with my box to go to Harry. So it's going to be a Merry Christmas present for you. I'm terrible. I am so sorry, man. The showdown. Just you know what, auto enthusiasts, it's way easier to just tell you to go check it out on the Home Racing World Facebook page or Home Racing World. It's a race we do twice a year, the showdown at Home Racing World. We have categories and we build scratch built cars and send them in for a proxy race. Casey Mail is already all right, Dick. Thanks, man. Casey Mail is always an issue. Great. That place is a piece of shit. So many people lost cars there. Oh my god, it's fucking horrible. All right, I'm rambling. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I'll show you. It's the next one's coming up is in January. Auto enthusiasts. Same to you, Fox and Wolves. Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Merry Christmas to all of you. I love you all. Thanks for being here, and I'll keep you abreast of when all this stuff's going to be around and out and available and everything else. So, anyways, keep an eye out for the announcement. Go to Home Racing World. Keep an eye out, and if you want to get in that race. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much. We'll talk to you all.